Hiring a lawyer in those circumstances is important because a lawyer is going to be able to communicate with the funeral home and demonstrate to them that they're breaking the law. If that's the case, there's plenty of mortuary regulations that if the funeral director has to abide by, and a lawyer experienced in this area will know those regulations and be able to identify with precision what regulations are being violated by the funeral's misconduct. Additionally, a lawyer is going to be able to help you bring this claim and ensure that you have all the necessary proof, that all the necessary legal hurdles are met. Civil law is complicated. There are plenty of ways for a person with a valid claim to lose the case because they didn't file something on time or because they didn't understand or weren't aware of some statute that happens to apply or an appellate division case that came down in the last couple of years or things like that. Your attorney will be able to guide you through the case, do all of the necessary legal work, and your claim will be taken more seriously. These defendants and the attorneys they hire and the insurance adjusters that are making decisions on whether or not to pay claims, their assumption is going to be that if you have a valid claim, then a lawyer would be willing to represent you. And if you don't have a lawyer, that means that probably you don't have a valid claim because if you did, you could have gotten a lawyer to represent you on contingency, even if you don't have the money to pay by the hour. Somebody who doesn't have a lawyer, they may decide rather than offering a settlement to just litigate the case because there's a number of thresholds you have to pass through and do all of the appropriate procedural steps in the right way in order for the case to proceed. If they think that they can get the case dismissed without having to pay anything, then that's what makes sense for them to do as a defense, is to just run the case and hope that you make the mistake. There's a number of reasons why having a lawyer can make a difference. Sometimes even involving a law firm can get you a settlement before even suing because they'll understand who they're dealing with, that this is a law firm that handles these types of cases. And maybe if they've litigated against us in the past, they'll know that we're not afraid to try cases, that we know what we're doing here. And then it's possible that can get you a settlement before even having to sue, which will end the case much earlier.